Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Good day, everyone. This is a continuation of Lilas and Dato's discussion. This time around, I will be discussing to you about the motivational and effective factors. So, motivational, I think we're all familiar with this na. Kasi namin natin motivation, meaning ito yung force or drive ng isang bata para gawin ng isang bagay. It can be intrinsic or extrinsic. Pag sinabi naman natin effective, ang tinutukoy natin dito is yung attitude or behavior ng isang bata sa klase, kung paano sila mag-response sa isang bagay. Motivational and effective factors. Motivational and emotional influences on learning. The rich internal world of thoughts, beliefs, goals, and expectation for success or failure can enhance or interfere with the learner's quality of thinking and information processing. So always bear in mind na ang motivation and emotions, it plays a crucial role sa buhay ng isang estudyante. So, bakit? Kasi yung ang educational well-being ng isang estudyante is mainly nakadepende ito sa kung gaano siya ka-motivated. Kung gaano siya ka-motivated and determined na matuto. So, um, in result, meron lang siyang dalawa, which is the positive and negative. So, let us discuss first the positive. So, sa positive, kapag motivated si student, the usual emotion na nafe-feel nila is that masaya and excitement. So, yun nga, kapag motivated si student na gawin ng isang bagay, um, especially sa school, kapag motivated siya, is that mas nagiging productive siya, mas nagiging productive yung critical thinking niya, mas nagiging creative, and also um, yung mas na-enhance or improve yung pag-process niya ng information. On the other hand, kapag naman hindi motivated si student na mag-aral, is that um, maglilid yon sa failure. Kumbaga magkakaroon siya ng tardiness, meaning like always na absent, always na late, or kapag nasa classroom naman is that hindi nakikinig, ganun. So magkakaroon siya ng poor performance. Totally failure. Parang ganun. Number 8, intrinsic motivation to learn. Intrinsic motivation is stimulated by tasks of optimal novelty and difficulty, relevant to personal interest, and providing for personal choice and control. So, intrinsic motivation, um, ito na yung motivation na nanggagaling mismo sa sarili natin. Ganun. Kumbaga dito ito yung tinatawag nating self-reinforcement na kung saan yung motivation natin is hindi nanggagaling sa ibang tao but sa sarili mismo natin. So, um, number 9, effects of motivation on effort. Effort is another major indicator of motivation to learn. The acquisition of complex knowledge and skills demands the investment of considerable learner, energy, and strategic effort, along with persistence over time. So, si motivation, malaki talaga yung effect or impact niya sa effort. Why? It is because kapag motivated si student na mag-aral, or let us say na si student is binigyan sila ng task. So since motivated si student is that maglalaan siya ng effort doon sa task na yun. So hindi niya na iniisip or hindi niya na maiisip kung gaano kahirap or kung gaano kadali yung gawin yung isang bagay. Kasi nga motivated siya na gawin iyon. Ganon. So doon na napapasok yung pagiging patient nila and pagiging persistence nila over time. Developmental and social factors. Developmental influences on learning. Learning is most effective when differential developmental within and across. So, the reason kung bakit nagkakaroon tayo ng mga grade levels and also yung mga primary levels, secondary levels, and tertiary levels, it is because magkakaiba tayo ng developmental na in which nakaka-apekto yun sa learning ng isang bata. So, um, dapat yung itinuturo sa mga bata or yung itinuturo sa ating mga estudyante is aligned doon sa cognitive level natin. Kasi hindi magme-make sense or hindi magme-make sense kapag nasa primary level pa lang ang estudyante tapos ang itinuturo sa kanya is about accounting or di kaya about sa physics, di ba? Those topics or lesson are beyond their understanding. Those are beyond their cognitive level. So, hindi talaga magme-make sense and hindi talaga nila, parang, maso-solve yung gano'ng klaseng, um, lesson, gano'n. 11, social influences on learning. Learning can be enhanced when the learner has an opportunity to interact and to collaborate with others on instructional tasks. So, um, uh, tayong mga student is that, may iba't iba tayong way, when it comes sa, pagkatuto or sa learning. Yung iba is mas natututo sila sa, mas natututo sila kapag nagbabasa or kapag nakikinig. While ako naman, mas natututo ako through discussing with others or through interacting with others. Kasi through with interacting with others kasi or itong social is that, dito nagkakaroon ng exchanging of information na kung saan, ikaw, um, magbibigay ka ng information na possibly hindi hindi alam nung, mga kasama mo. And magbibigay na naman sila ng information na hindi mo alam. So ang nangyayari, mas lumalawak yung opinion mo about sa isang bagay and mas nadadagdagan yung knowledge mo about certain things. Number 12, individual differences in learning. Individuals are born with and develop their own capabilities and talents. Okay. So, ang mga estudyante kasi, they are called individuals. It is because they are different. Yeah, they are different. So, may mga kumbaga iba't iba sila ng way ng pag-process ng information, pag-absorb ng information, and pag-intindi ng information. Kung ganitong information, it can be madali lang sa madali lang intindihin ni ganito, and while sa ibang tao naman is nahihirapan silang intindihin yung ganito. And may mga tao kasi na, born gifted, meaning yung intellectual capabilities nila and talents nila is parang born gifted na ba. Like, pagkapanganak pa lang is that they possess those characteristics, gano'n. While there are people naman or students naman na yung intellectual capabilities nila and talents nila are developed and acquired growing up. Ganun yung differences. Learning and diversity. The same basic principles of learning, motivation, and effective instruction apply to all learners. Okay. So sa learning and diversity, sa classroom setting kasi, the reason kung bakit nagkakaroon tayo ng inclusive education, it is because of diversity. Ang isang school or institution is consist or, parang binubuo ng mga diverse learners. However, regardless of culture, background, and, ano ba, basta yung, something related sa diversity, uh, dapat sa teacher or, uh, parang kung i-apply rin natin, sa atin as a future educator, kailangan kapag gagamit tayo ng, um, um, teaching approach is that suitable and appropriate to all types of learners regardless of diversity para yung sinasabi natin is maintindihan nila and makaka-relate sila. Ganun. Number 14, standards and assessment. Provides important information to both learners and teacher at all assessment provides stages of the learning process. So, standard in assessment, the reason kung bakit nagkakaroon ng ganito or ng assessment is because para magkaroon ng track si teacher and si students regarding sa performance ng mga bata. So, dito, uh, um, and also, para din makapag-provide si teacher ng feedback sa bata and also sa parents nila kung bakit ganito yung performance, kung bakit ganito yung result ng, um, mga assessment ni ganyan. Kumbaga ang main purpose ng standard in assessment is para matrack yung progress ng isang bata. Alexander and Murphy gave a summary of the 14 principles and distilled them into 5 areas. So, yung diniscuss natin is that, belong yun sa, 14 learner-centered psychological principles. So, dito naman is that, si Alexander and si Murphy is that, parang sinama rin nila yung 14 learner-centered psychological principles, and, parang, they broke them down into 5 areas. And the first one is the knowledge base. Once knowledge serve as the foundation of all future learning. So ang knowledge base is that parang kinoconsider siya as a foundation of learning. Kasi um, um, ang knowledge base kasi meaning um, si student is that meron na silang mga prior knowledge. So kapag magde-discuss si teacher is that parang mas magiging it would be a lot easier for them na intindihin yung lesson kasi nga meron na silang idea about dun sa discussion or lesson. Ganun. Strategic processing and control, learners can develop skills to reflect on regulatory thoughts and behaviors in order to learn more effectively. So dito naman, strategic processing is that pwedeng may tendency na makapag-develop si student ng skills na kung saan um, magkakaroon siya ng strategy when it comes to processing information, and then um, doon mamomonitor niya and mareregulate niya yung sarili niya. Yeah, mamomonitor niya or magkakaroon siya ng track regarding sa progress na meron siya. Gano'n. And then and then those things is that it will help the learner to learn independently and efficiently. Gano'n. And then number three, motivation and affect factors such as intrinsic motivation, reason for wanting to learn, personal goals, and enjoyment of learning tasks all have a crucial role in learning process. So yun nga, as what I have mentioned kanina na ang motivation is that malaki talaga yung role na ginagampanan niya when it comes sa educational well-being ng isang bata. Kasi kapag motivated ang isang bata, meaning determinado siyang matuto, willing siyang matuto. Ganun. Number four, development and individual differences learning is a unique journey for each person because each learner has his own unique combination of genetic and environmental factors that influence him. Okay. So, ang learnings ng mga bata, they are all different and unique. It is because kapag yung ang isang yeah, it is because it is a combination of developmental and individual differences. So pag sinabi natin developmental is that ito na yung parang environmental factors such as yung mga basta environmental factors ganun. Was ano naman sa genetic naman, ito na yung mga intellectual capabilities that are given to certain someone. Like pinanganak na matalino na talaga and talented na talaga, ganun. So, may influence 'yon sa learning or may parang contribution 'yon sa learning ng isang bata or kung paano um, mag-acquire ng learning or ng knowledge ang isang bata. And lastly, situation or context learning happens in the context of a society as well as within an individual. Okay. So dito naman is that um sa dito naman yung learning na kapag we as a future educator kapag magdi-discuss tayo, it is a lot better kapag yung i-discuss natin is parang um, um, yung context niya is makaka-relate yung mga makaka-relate yung mga students natin. Kasi in that way, parang magkakaroon sila ng interconnected or parang um, yun nga, makaka-relate sila sa kung ano yung mga sinasabi natin. Yan, para hindi sila ma-out of place. And that's all. Thank you.